may be sitting in my living room, but what I have to tell you is deeply important. What if I had told you that confidence has nothing to do with feeling ready? Hey y'all, what's up? My name is Leah Dior and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be getting into confidence and reasons why not everything needs a reaction. Today's video is going to be a little bit different, but before I get into that, I just want to take the time to thank y'all for supporting me for so long. I know I haven't been as active or just doing my big one on the screens, but best believe we're gonna get into that now. I had a lot of distractions. I just feel like I needed time away from like the algorithm in order to find myself and figure out what it is that I'm here for. With thinking like life isn't real and I don't know why I'm here. I'm just here just to be here. But really, here lately, God's been really talking to me and guiding me through everything that I've been through. And I just want to thank God real quick for that, because if it wasn't for him, I would not be here. Also my mother, of course, but just if you really get it deeper into it, we're all here because of God. Okay, so I feel like this video is very important. It's certain people who like to have certain reactions to things. Reacting to nothing can play so many parts in your life you don't even realize. Say that I'm into it with somebody and they're just going on and on and on and on. They're doing all this sinning, they're saying all these words to me, they're trying to be hurtful as possible, then they want to fight. Instead of reacting to that, be calm about it. Doing this can play so many parts. You're not stressing over anything. You're not just being this mean soul. You're actually killing them like with kindness. Like, you can get so much more in life because God says that we're all supposed to be kind to one another. His children are supposed to be of one. So doing this can really benefit you if you really think about it. Instead of coming up with that one remark or doing this one little thing. But not only like with conversations, it can also be with life. So say that you don't get this one job, or you need this much money and you don't have it. Just go out and get it. Many more things that you can do. It's many more people who you can meet. It's many more relationships that you're gonna come across. Life does not stop unless you sit on that couch on your phone, scrolling every day, just not doing anything for yourself, not pouring into yourself. Say that you're in school. If you're just going to school, going home and not doing anything, just scrolling on TikTok in your bed, watching Netflix, binge watching TV, looking at what this social media star has, looking at their outfits, this, that, and the third, but you're not doing nothing for yourself, then that's like, it's kind of draining. I'm not this big time YouTuber. I'm not this big time spokesperson. But what I can tell you is I have been through it all. Like, you may not know, but people actually go through things, even if they hide it, even if they don't come to the internet and say it. Everything is portrayed out on the internet nowadays, but I really feel like it's important to just find yourself first, go through the situation, maybe get therapy, get some extra help through family, friends, anybody who you can talk to, and then come to the internet and then put out what you learned from the situation, not necessarily how it broke you down or what you had to go through to get to this point. You just want to be mindful and just know that not everything occurs for my action, or not everything is for a reason. So most people have it backwards actually. Confidence is not the input, it's actually the output. So whatever you're putting into something, do the reverse psychology of that. Most people go through certain things where, say that you don't have a job, what you want to do is find a job, right? But say that you went through interview to interview to interview to interview and you still didn't get the job. Maybe that's not what you're supposed to do on this earth for. Maybe you're put to do something that you're more passionate about. You could actually turn it into a career. Businesses are not just made because somebody looks at a business owner and is like, oh, I'm gonna create this just like you. No, businesses are made because people have passions and people want to show out their integrities, and they want to pull out their efforts and then put it into something that they can make a profit off of. Everyone's always asking me, how do you build confidence? And I'm just like, girl, I don't know. I barely find confidence in myself. But people think that confidence is just like you looking in the mirror telling yourself, oh yeah, look, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm gorgeous, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. But really, it's way more than that. It's not just journaling. It's not just looking into it, or how do I be confident? What do I do to get my looks together? No, that's not really the case. Reasoning behind why confidence is important. It's important to walk away from certain things, like you don't have a reaction to it. Building your courage up. People do use affirmations, but having them, like, what do they really do? Like, it's not like you're gonna wake up, you're gonna see this big old board that you bought from the store, and it has like all of these affirmations on them. Like, you're not gonna look at it because it just looks like junk. Like, it just looks like a bunch of clutter with a bunch of words surrounding each other. Like, I know y'all do this. Like, if you have a word and it's just surrounding a bunch of words, you gonna automatically think like, I don't want to read that. The first important thing of confidence is action. You have to put action into the things that you want. Does that make sense? So for instance, say that I just got home from a long day of work, but I know I have a whole list of stuff that I need to do. Not necessarily chores, but certain things that I would like for my house to look more put together. But I'm in my head, I'm tired, I'm irritated. That one customer made me extremely mad. I can't ignore my boss's voice in my head. I just want to go to sleep and wake up and then have to do it all over again. But instead of doing that, if you really stop and you really think about it, you going to sleep and then you're gonna have to go through the same thing at work again tomorrow, and you come home to the same mess. Your brain is gonna get overloaded. You're gonna be so tired, so exhausted, from the point that you just gonna wanna save. Like, you just gonna wanna, like, you don't wanna go from chaos and then come home to chaos, right? How about instead of doing that, we reverse? I come in from work, I know I have a whole list of stuff to do. Maybe I could just sit for a little bit, maybe eat something, and then get into the stuff that I needed to do. When I'm done with the stuff that I needed to do, not only am I gonna be like, dang, it look good in here. Like, I feel good. Okay, my attitude is better. But I'm gonna feel accomplished with something because I put into an action of what it is that I needed to get done. I'm gonna be able to go to bed peacefully. I won't be dreaming about having to clean my house. I won't be dreaming about the things that I haven't got done yet. I won't be dreaming about procrastination. Because no action is procrastination. Hello, clock it. Shit is procrastination. And I know people hate to hear about procrastination, but we are the biggest procrastinators in the generation that I'm in, and maybe even your generation too. Procrastination really plays a big part in everyone's life because we just don't want to do the things that we know it is that we have to do because maybe they're hard. Maybe it's going to take too long. Maybe we're regretting some things. Like, procrastination is just a big definition in life because it's just something that you put to the side. You're like, oh, I'm going to get to it later. Oh, I'm going to do this later. Oh, I'm going to do that later. Oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. But the tomorrow turns into a month, then a year, then 2 years. Just like a New Year's resolution, people be like, oh, I'm going to get into the gym, or I'm going to start eating good. But it never happens because we're procrastinating the process of it. When you do actions, it's going to feel so good and it's going to build you up even more. Think about when you was younger. You had to rely on someone to get you from A to B, whether it's to get you from school to work. It don't matter where, it don't matter how, but it's to get you somewhere. But that person never showed up that one day out of maybe 5 months of them putting in effort to get you to those places. Now, if it's work and you couldn't get there because they were your only ride, Uber too much, Lyft too much, the walking distance is too much, your boss calls you. Hey, where you at? Aren't you here yet? Our company is important, this and third. What you gonna do? You gonna get fired. You're gonna get fired. It's gonna be a no call, no show. You was relying on somebody. But what if I told you that you could rely on yourself? Clock it. Instead of depending on people to do stuff for you, you can start figuring out ways to do things. Not to necessarily wait on someone's timing, or you can just do it. There's ways to get through things. Instead of being lazy, because let's admit this is what you were being. Even though the Lyft and the Uber and the walking distance is too far, could have did Lyft to a bus station. You could have Ubered to the bus stop and took that bus to work. Because keep in mind, you have a job, but you just didn't think. You didn't think for that 1 second. And because in your mind, you're like, no, it's too much. I don't want to spend money. I don't want to this. I don't want to that. But if God provides you something, use it. Like, it's not that hard. I really wish I would take my own advice, but sometimes it's just not like that. Sometimes we got to go through things in order to start listening to what we portray out. But it's okay. You have money. You're blessed with income. So you could have went on that app, got that Lyft, and you could have been at work. Like, your boss wouldn't have been mad at you. You would have lost your job. So just don't necessarily always rely on somebody. It's okay to rely on somebody with little things. Like, say that you need help moving something. Okay, like, yeah, can you come here at this time? Da-da-da. Boom, they show up. You relied on them. But like little things, not necessarily the big things that impact you in your everyday life. Because now you don't got a job. Now you kicked out your apartment. Now you got to go back to your people's house. So just rely on you. You will never disappoint yourself. The worst case scenario is that somebody can tell you no. Worst case scenario is that God can slap you in your face and then say that, no, this is not what I want you to do. I want you to do this differently. At least you're not losing that job. At least you're not having to depend on other people. It's gonna feel good inside. It's gonna be like, ooh, the wait. I got here on time today. I got here even earlier than what I was supposed to. It's gonna lift you up, get you out of that state of I'm cluttered, my mind, all that. Trust is the frame of somebody's integrity and also reliability, like what we just talked about, right? Put trust into yourself. Put trust into you. I know I have to get this video out, at least like 3 videos, because I'm behind. My videos are supposed to be published out on Sundays, right? I missed the first week, the second week, the third week. Now it's the 4th week. Do you know in 4 weeks I could have been published into the algorithm again? So certain things that we don't keep up with, we're draining ourselves down. And sometimes trust plays a big part in the way that you believe in certain areas of yourself. So I could tell myself, okay, like I just said, I'm finna post up 3 videos today. No, two. Be more realistic, 2. I'm finna post up 2 videos today, like today. Tonight come around, I'm watching TV, kicked up, eating some noodles, some pizza, whatever. And then I think, I'm like, dang, why didn't I do that? I promised myself I was going to do that. And it just lacks me believing in myself. That lacks me taking acknowledgement into understanding anything that I say. Because it's just like, I didn't keep my word. I didn't do what I needed to do. And now it's dragging me down. I'm dragging myself down. And it's just like, I'm showing myself my true colors. I don't really want this. My heart wants it, but my body is not allowing me to do it. So I'm dragging me down. It's better for somebody to break it down to you in order for you to really understand what the meaning behind it is. Trust the process. Trust that not everything's gonna come quickly. And it takes time and effort and energy and acknowledgement. It shouldn't take for you to have to go through something in order to clock back in and be like, dang, why did I do that? Why didn't I get those videos out? Why didn't I go get food like I said I was going to by myself? Why did I have to go with a whole group of people? Okay, this one's really big. I just hope that y'all understand this when I say this. So certain things that we do and then we don't necessarily acknowledge it. It could be the hardest thing in the world. You could have just made 100K, but then you go to the next thing and you're like, all right, now it's time to do this. You didn't sit and you didn't take into consideration, dang, I just made 100K. I need to celebrate. I need to go do something. Do something to tell myself that I'm proud of myself, that I did this. It's important to celebrate your small wins, and I'm gonna tell you why. You got this whole book schedule, right? You're doing everything day by day by day by day. You completed all that, but you're on to the next thing. You didn't say, dang, look at how far I come. Thank God pushed me through this so I can get to this level, so I can get this far. So you scattered through everything and you jumped to the next plan, but you didn't sit and you didn't take a break. You didn't sit and you didn't enjoy the power of it. Sit and you didn't say that how grateful you were. You didn't show yourself how proud you were. And when you do that, you're gonna start seeing a big difference in how you react to certain things. Your energy is gonna be higher because you know that at the end of the finish line, you're gonna have so much love, so much support, so much care, so much integrity that you're not gonna even think about how hard it was to get to that point. I really did it. And I did it because of God. We think assurance is supposed to be given through relationships, supposed to be given through certain things that we go through in life, but really it's important for us to assure ourselves and let ourselves know that it's okay that it didn't happen. Reasons up to why it didn't happen. God has a path for everybody. Like it or not, He does. You could try to go around that path. You could try to do this. You could try to do that. But at the end of the day, He's still gonna make the path and stir you into the direction of the path. Let yourself know you're doing good, okay? Because when you let yourself know that, it just feels really, really good. It boosts your ego up. It makes you want to get into higher things of what you're doing. And that's self-confidence. Okay, determination. I'm not a person who quits because I know that at the end of the day when I quit, I'm going to be like, why'd you quit? What was the purpose? Do you not know that you could have been more up? Do you not know that you could have been more established right now? I could be up, baby. But the devil got in my ear and just did so much stuff to me. And my determination was down. Like, I didn't have an ego. I didn't have a mindset. I was just living life. And like, you would think I'm living life on a yacht somewhere the way I'm talking. No, I was just living life on my bed, on the couch, in the house, all the time. Only going to work, coming home, repeat, boom, bow, bow, bow. I wasn't determined. I didn't have determination. I didn't allow the good voice in my head to tell me, you need to do this. And I actually listened to it. It was more of, you need to do this. Girl, don't do this. You have time to do it. Da, 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 da. And I was just sitting there and I was just letting time take over. Time is so important. It's so important. If you ever sit and you think about nostalgia, right? And you just sitting and you just start reminiscing about when you was younger and how easy stuff was. The way you had such a pure heart. Nobody ever broke your heart. Never get to you. You just thought the world was all rainbows, butterflies, and power puffs. But you get older and then you start seeing all this stuff. You start going through things. Your feelings start changing. You start going through, what's that stuff called? Growth spurts. You start going through all of this and that. And you can't process it. But it's like when you have determination, all of that goes away. It does. All of it goes away. And I'm not only like trying to preach to y'all out this stuff, I'm actually taking heed to what I'm saying too. Because low-key, if I'm being honest with y'all right now, I'm not the one who's talking. It's really God. God is putting these words in my mouth because before I created this video, I was like, dang, I don't know what I want to talk about, but I know I want to do this. Like, it's been in my head for so long to just start doing sit-down videos and give out the meaning of life and give people examples on certain things, because I feel like everyone's going through a hard time right now and all we need is that good hard talk and we're gonna snap back into reality. We're gonna be good. It's a lot going on, but at the end of the day, to feel safe, we have to have like a coop that we can come to, all like just a coop with ourselves, and we can just feel relaxed. We could feel calm and just know that we're still here. We're still here. So it's like we might as well do the things that we know that's of us and not the things that's not of us. Because at the end of the day, everything has a consequence. Everything has a consequence. You can try to get around that, but you're not going to be able to. Eventually, you're going to get caught up. So it's just like, just go ahead and do the right thing now, so that when it comes time, you're winning. You up there with God, living life through him. You're not having access to the devilish things. You're not going through stuff that Satan is putting you through. You're not letting certain things take over your body, whether it's being intoxicated, because being intoxicated lets all the bad things in. That's when you're most vulnerable. When you're vulnerable, or you're scared, you're afraid, you're letting things take over you. You're not portraying an image. You're not determined. You're not focused on the things you're supposed to be focused on. You're distracted. Get it done. So you just might as well go ahead and do the stuff that's of God. That's all I'm saying. Change your ways, because one day, them 7 trumpets are gonna blow and you're gonna be looking stupid. You're gonna wish, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I shoulda did this. I shoulda repented. And we don't know when that's gonna be. We really don't. So you just might as well stay to yourself. Follow the Lord's saying. Be this graceful, kind-hearted person. Don't be evil. Don't have an ego where you just feel like you just perfect. Because ain't nobody perfect. Everybody goes through something. I don't care if you're the highest, wealthiest person right now. Like Elon Musk. I don't care if you're higher than him. I don't care if you're the prince. I don't care if you were born into a family so rich that they got money falling out the sky. I don't care. What's most important is that you make a difference. You show the world we can do this better. You show yourself, but not just the world, how much of a change things can be. Change your ways. When people look up to people look up to people. Like all the influencers, they're called influencers for a reason. Being a bigger influence is way important than what you think it is. Being a bigger influence can impact the world. You can be the changer of the world. You can become such a big impact in somebody's life, or you can inspire somebody so much to the point where the world hears about it. The world knows you for this good person that you are. And not only is that going to feel good, but that's going to balance out. All the bad stuff that happened to you is going to go down. All the good stuff, you're going to feel good about yourself. You won't ever doubt yourself again. But okay, y'all, so that was today's video. I hope y'all liked it as much as I did. I learned a lot of stuff today. You're not the only one who just was listening to this and was learning things. I learned a lot today too. I learned myself more today. And I just hope that I was able to spread so much positivity and so many words to y'all that y'all can actually understand where I was coming from. I'm not yelling, I'm not preaching, I'm not doing none of that. I'm just sharing what God put on my heart to share. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to do. I feel like I'm supposed to sit down and just give knowledge and words of affirmations, guide people's minds. Reach this whole video, congratulations. You have entered a new part into your life. Really realized and sat down and understood how important confidence is, not only in looks, not only in actions, but in your ways. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. I might do some, I still probably gonna do some vlogs, because why not? I don't just want my channel to be boring. Yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and comment any other video ideas that y'all think I should do. Certain videos that y'all want to see, and I'll get into that. Love y'all. Thank you for joining. Bye.
High volume.
Am I really that much?